How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Apparently I can't do an intro, but we're back with some more black bordering, and today we've got a I found this glitch when I was searching the BTD6 subreddit. I personally did not find it. Sorry, I should rephrase that. I found a post about someone finding it that basically allows you to activate passive abilities without meeting their prerequisites, which makes the Elite Defender 4 times attack speed, and the Bomb Blitz insta-kill, or not insta-kill, but mass damage passive abilities activate. And I figured, you know what, we got a couple maps left over. I think that would be a very funny video to do a showcase of this glitch on. This will also semi-serve as a tutorial for anybody who wants to use these glitches to help black border the map. This does only work on PC, as you do need to turn on a hotkey. I currently have mine set to my right-click mouse button. If you are placing this boat down, make sure that its line ends up hitting about halfway through this section. And I like to place it so that it is about halfway through this one semi-large square, because I find that to be a little bit easier to recognize than this. Set it to strong, and that should easily be able to beat round 6. Yeah. When it's on strong, it's able to pierce just enough over this side to knock most of the big ones down and get the rest with its secondary cannon. Beautiful. Round 7, sniper right above this rock. Woohoo! Keeping this gun strong first should always work for this round, because he barely clutches up on the end here. Switching the sniper over to strong for round 7. There's going to be a bit of, not micro, but interchanging targeting? I don't know what to call it. But there's a bit of interchanging targeting at the start of the game. Round 9, we switch back over to first. I'm going to grab this boomerang here, dropping it so that it is able to put it directly in the middle here. Switching it to strong and left-handed will allow us to beat 9 and 10 with an engineer. But yeah, once we get past the early part of the game, once we get past the Moab, or not even the Moab, yeah, once we get our advanced intel sub, everything starts to become incredibly easy. We're able to place down a bunch of towers and have a lot of fun with it. This boomerang here you should still be on first, right? Yes, okay, good. 9, sniper goes to first. I'm just double checking I've got everything right. 000 left on strong, correct. So now I'm gonna switch over to last, keep it left-handed, and it'll get a perfect curve around this bend with this guy on first. This boat position also allows it to clutch up over on this side, which is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to keep it sped up. We're going to be grabbing an engineer, and I'll talk about this before the round ends. We want to place this engineer right in about this little crevice. I don't know what you would call it. The little knee bend of the pond. That's where we're going to be placing our engineer today. One more throw. There we go. And as long as you get it down before the giant clump comes in, it's able to snipe off some of these balloons and then finish off the rest. Sniper, last one, please. Sniper! Thank you! Oh, Frenchman. Okay, this should beat this round as well. Oh, shoot. Do I keep you on last? I do keep you on last, yeah. No reason to switch it back to strong if it is not necessary. Yes. For round 13 here, my little friend, the boomerang, I'm going to line him up so that, let me click on him, his edge here, his edge of his border, his range radius edge, provides the same curve as the track, leaving him on first beats round 12 and 13. Boat on strong is fine here. And then boat on strong here is also still fine. Sniper should still be on first, and will remain on first until round 21. Yeah, there's a lot of towers being placed down in the early game, but once we get past that, we are A-okay, a lot less towers. It's going to be beautiful. Get our tier 5s and schmoove. So, we're going to then grab this submarine, place it right here, so that it is halfway, bottom bend of the pond. So not the top bend. There's that top bend. You can kind of see it behind him right there. And there's the bottom bend. We're going to be placing him in the bottom bend so that he is able to see halfway through this line. And then halfway through the line up here. Purchase larger radius, long range, longer range. I can't read. I can't spell. Apparently, I'm just stupid. This is the only round that I got to be careful on. It is the one round in testing that I've, like, absolutely struggled with. Like, I could not figure it out for the life of me. I could not figure this round out very well. It's taken me a lot of tries. I still don't have it perfect where I can just like sit here on AFK 100% of the time. It feels as though there's some RNG aspect to it, but I don't know what. So, Sniper's going to be on strong. I don't know what to nickname this guy. I've nicknamed you Captain Jack. Obviously, like and sub, because that's what you guys should do if you guys enjoy these black bordering videos or glitch showcases or any BTD6 things in general, because that's all we do on this channel. BTD6 and my idiocy. Idiocy. That's the correct word. First, last, everything else, you should be on first. Everything on first except for Boomerang on last, Sniper on strong. Alright, we're going to start the round. And I'm going to be very careful here. If I see anything that's getting close to leaking, I will micro my Sniper to switch him over to first. But I think we are good, yeah. Like I said, this seems to work about like 90-ish% of the time, but every now and then it sometimes just says, no, we will not work today. And then we're going to get Advanced Intel ASAP so that the sub can switch over here and help defend the balloons. Did not mean to start that round, but luckily, it does not matter now. And let's get twin guns. So we're going to immediately rush ourselves airburst darts pretty much as soon as possible. We should get that on 22? Yes. Yeah, I think it should be fairly consistent round 15. Luckily, it's not like, oh, round 100 is inconsistent. I hate it when round 100 is inconsistent, or round 90s. The 90s or any of the later rounds being inconsistent pisses me off. The early rounds being inconsistent also pisses me off when it's due to RNG. I despise RNG. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I have it. I have a strategy that works so beautifully. And we're going to get airburst darts. I know we can afford Psy, but unfortunately, Psy, if we get Psy down right now, we lose to 22. So we just get airburst darts for 22. And then, yeah, it's like, I feel like every single time I'm prepping, like, a strategy, I'm like, oh, I've got it. I've got a beautiful strat that works. And then I go to replay it again, because I like to play through my maps 3 times in a row. And as long as I can get them 3 times in a row, then I consider it good enough for a video. Shit. Yes, buy night vision goggles. Buy night vision goggles. Remember, idiocy. We are here for the idiocy. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't remember what I was saying. I was saying something, but I don't remember what. We were saying, right? When I make these videos and I make these strategies, and I try to come up with these strategies, I end up like playing through a map 3 times over. For instance, when I was first making this strategy, I had this start, and then instead of a boomer plus NG, I was trying double sub. Double sub didn't work. Well, I mean, it did work, but it was like incredibly inconsistent. It would work like 20% of the time. And it was like very specific, like targeting micro that I had to do. Then I had sub boomer. And I'm like, okay, this works at about 70% of the time, but the sub RNG is just too much for me. I don't like it. Engineer, I found, gets it about 90%. I even tried stuff like Desperado, giving like extra range for this guy, or even just popping this so he would be able to give extra range for the Moab, and it didn't end up working. So it's about like a 90% of the time working for round 15, which is annoying. Annoying round, not 15, sorry. Is that the correct round? Yes, it is, actually. Round 15. All right, 26 here. We're going to get Psy. Place Psy down right about here in this general area, halfway through this bend. The reason for this, and we're also going to set Psy strong because otherwise you will die on, I don't remember which round, but you will die on, I think it's 35. You will die on 39 sorry. If you don't set Psy to strong, you're dead to 39. Now, the reason placing Psy here is for the round 40 Moab. It will be able to come out, it'll be coming out here, and Psy's radius for its stun is just enough to be able to hit the Moab the second this sub starts attacking. And the reason I'm not putting them right over here is because they can also now hit for round 98, which aids in us stalling out a bit. We're going to play out 27, and we're going to be able to buy the full metal jacket for 28. There we go. Full metal jacket acquired, and we are shlam-lam continuing, baby. Now we got to ride out this fucking wave until 35. This defense, pretty fucking strong. It can hold pretty much every single round. I don't change anything. I don't really do any micro this run, aside from just spamming the ability. So I should probably talk, actually, about how this ability works, the passive ability works. We're obviously not going to be using it on this current sniper, because this current sniper can't become the Elite Defender. But we're going to use the Elite Defender's ability. The way this passive works is, whenever the Elite Defender leaks a balloon, it gains a 4 times attack speed buff. But with this hotkey, just pressing, in my case, right mouse click, because I've assigned it to my right mouse, it will activate it by itself. Now, this ability activates for 7 seconds and has 3-second downtime, which means it has a 10-second cooldoff timer. It's the same way that if I, let me just get, boop, bouncing bullet, switch over to first 435. It's the same way that if I use Sai's ability here, you can see that it has a cooldown. Now, that 10-second timer that I was talking about starts exactly when the ability activates. So say if you're using, what's a better example of an ability? If you watch my last video, the Super Monkey Fan Club, its ability has a, goddamn it, I don't know how, I can't remember exactly how long it is, but its ability has a 3/4 uptime, and that's because when you press it, the ability is still running while the timer is going down, which means 10-second cooldown with 7-second uptime ultimately means 3-second cooldown. So you practically have a perma uptime on on your Sniper Elite Defender ability, which is really nice. Sweet. Yeah, 36 looks scary, but it's actually incredibly consistent. I have never died to 36 in my testing. Never died to 36 in my testing. Even though it looks scary, like that stuff's getting far, we're fine. And I play with the super speed up mod, so in my eyes, like, if it's consistent at 35 times, then it should be consistent throughout. Everything ends up getting turned into nothing. We're gonna get armor piercing darts, 204. This is the setup we want. Last, first, strong. You two don't matter, but sure. First, and then we're going to get this guy up here. Now, this is important for later because at some point down the line, I will be wanting to be able to see this lane. I will be wanting to see this lane. I believe it's 94 I want to see this lane, while still being able to spam the ability. So, we're going to get a 022 on first. With this setup, I was able to beat the Moab several times in practice. So we'll see if it's super consistent. The sub is firing. You use Sai's ability to stun it for a second. And bam. Haven't lost that Moab yet, baby. With this strategy, which means that even with the fear of it going away, it is still very consistent, which I'm happy with. Now, we've made it to the easy part of the game. Congratulations, you made it through the hard part. Welcome to the free ride through college. Your free ride through college, as some would say. As I would say, because I'm not gonna cut myself out saying it in the video before repeating it to make it sound better. I'm cutting out that laugh, though, because that laugh is horrid. I hate that laugh. It's a little nervous tick that I have. I don't know why I have it. I hate it. I despise it. That little nervous tick. I cut out every single time. The reason you don't hear that in many videos, I'm going to keep it in there. I'm going to keep that one in there, because it's a little nervous tick that I absolutely despise. It's just my anxiety overwhelms me, and I'm like, okay, what's the easiest way to calm myself? Laugh. And then I do that fuck-ass Jimmy Carr laugh. And it's, you know? Stupid-ass Jimmy Carr laugh as a nervous tick. Got ourselves 024. Fully auto rifle, the FAR. And then we're just going to save up for EDAF, which we should be able to afford on 52. Like I said, this is the easiest part of the run. Alright. 51. We can officially afford the Elite Defender now. So, to show you how this glitch works. I already showed it at the beginning of the video. I'm going to show it again here. You go down to Advanced Hotkeys, and there's this setting right here. Activate Selected Tower Ability 1. Now, doing that, let me start 52. I've set that to my right click on my mouse. If I press start on the round, and then I press the ability, while I have him selected, you see how he irradiates green. It activates that passive ability without having to leak a balloon's life. It has exactly 7 seconds of uptime and 3 seconds of downtime. Which means if I just keep spamming this ability, we have a near permanent, a 70% uptime, 4 times attack speed elite defender. It's mental. It is utterly insane. And if you want to use this ability like crazy, I would highly suggest getting an auto clicker. And then if you just get an auto clicker, then set it to your right mouse button, clicking every half second. Just leave your mouse down. You'll be fine. You're not going to do what I have to do for the rest of this run. Even though I do still have an auto clicker downloaded from back when Rogue Legends had that bug. I was going to originally make a video on the... There used to be a bug. That's not today's bug. I don't know if they ever patched that bug, actually. There's a new bug. I'm not talking about the old one, but I'm talking about the double click bug, where if you just spam clicked on a unlockable, or on the select button of the unlockable, you could get like 1 million of them. And I downloaded an auto clicker because I was like, oh, I should make a video on this. That would be hilarious. Where you just end up spam clicking, getting 10,000 of each individual reward, instantly making your range cover the entire screen. I thought that would have been a great video, but yeah. Yeah, just to show, I am still physically just going to be clicking down right-click for the duration of this run, which means that I will be clicking right-click for, on average, 10 minutes, I would say it takes on average for me to beat the latter half, 60 through 100. Probably closer to 15. Actually, I don't know. It really depends on the video. Oh, crap, we're on 63. I was supposed to, for 63, right, ignore that. For 63, we gotta place these down. And then we're gonna upgrade, there we go. So, 0, 0, 0, 2. 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 2. Then, 2, 0, 2, and 0, 3, 2 village. Basically, just double discount the villages, and then you'll be fine. It just helps out 63 a lot more. Like you just saw, that was the final massive wave of 63. Absolutely smoked it. Okay, let's get the next tower down that we want to do. The next tower that I used in testing, this is definitely not the most optimal way to do this, by the way. There was an old Dorio video. I don't remember it exactly off the top of my head, what he did with his strat, but Dorio had an old video. First time I ever beat Muddy Puddles Chimps was with Dorio's old video. I think it used a very similar starting to this. I can't remember. But that's also how I got my Axis of Havoc achievement through Dorio. And yeah, I think... I'm trying to remember, but since he gets all 3 snipers, I'm pretty sure... Unless there was some massive changes to the hero he used, which I can't remember what hero he used. But I know he used all 3 snipers. It should still be doable, that old Dorio video, and I would say that that's definitely the most optimal way to do it. I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you're looking for 100% optimization, I'm not the guy to go to. I'm the guy who's going to teach you weird, stupid stuff, weird strategies that most people probably wouldn't think of, or some people would probably think of, and just wouldn't use because they're stupid and not the most optimal way to do it, right? I like to have fun with it. I like to screw around and still try to make it consistent. Because in my eyes, that's how I will get better at the game. But Dorio is like the one person that I would recommend. If you want perfect tutorials, flawless tutorials, go see Dorio. Round 76, same as always with Sai. Never mind, he still had the ability up. I didn't realize. Well, normally round 76, just use that, you'll be fine. Okay, mid 77, we can get this aircraft carrier, the Spectre. It feels so wrong for the Spectre to be this high priced. I'm so used to playing Spectre with Rosa. Alright, 77. Boop. Ace acquired, yeah. I wanted to use an ace for a run, and I was like, maybe I should save that for a Rosa run. And then I was like, why save it for Rosa run when you could use it now and try to build into the Flying Fortress, which unfortunately I don't get the Flying Fortress. Yeah, I don't even need to use the ability right now. I've been using it for the sake of using it. The Elite Defender pretty much can just solo this stuff anyway. All the way up to this point, it can solo anyway, aside from 76 and 78, where you need size abilities for them. We're gonna start working our way towards the Elite Sniper next. I say by the way too much, because it's like, oh, I finished my sentence, but uh-oh, I need to include something because I forgot to include it last time. And by the way, It's like Sergeant By the Way from Bob Mortimer's story. I'm what a lot of you. Elite Sniper, switch back to first. Beautiful. Yeah, what Elite Sniper's going to do is give us even more attack speed on our fucker. And then we're going to go for main Moab into Cripple Moab. That is going to be our main BAD DPS. So, as always, I'm going with a 402 because I know a lot of people prefer, I've seen comments about it. Well, a comment, sorry. I've seen a comment saying that 420 and 5, sorry, not 4, but 520 is in fact a better path. Even the official, like, comprehensive BTD6 tier list also agrees that 420 is the better path, and that 502 isn't worth going for anymore. 502 used to be the best of all of them, as it was a solo win con against the BAD, but it got nerfed. It lost half its damage. I feel like I complain about this every other video. I definitely complained about it in the Pat Spawn video. I know for a fact I complained about it in the Pat Spawn video. So now I'm going to be getting a glue right here in range of both of these tracks. This is so that it's able to glue the DDTs on 95 and 99. 024, and then we're going to save up for our final tower of the run, the Cripple Moab. Yeah. I still prefer a 402, even though it is definitely worse than some of the other stalls. It's good at stalling ZOMGs, which is all I really care about. And hey, you know, if you want to do something for luck, drop yourself a cash drop. It's a free cash drop for you. Yeah, see, DDTs on this round are of no issue. I didn't even use my ability that round. You're fine. It's just that 95 that gets the DDTs far if you don't have the glue. 91 is of another issue. Sometimes if you don't have the ability uptime perfectly or the glue down, they'll get to about here and have a chance of leaking, which is why I'd say always be prepared with Psy. But if you have the glue down with radius over here, it should be fine. Again, it should be fine. Because, you know, as sometimes this game just does its own fuck-ass thing. We all know that. We've all played this game. If you're playing Muddy Puddles Black Border Chimps, you played for a while, and you know that sometimes this game just does its own fuck-ass thing. Anyway, we're in the 90s now. And 93 should be fairly easy as well. This is another round with, like, very few DDTs. We'll be fine. Yep, there they go. There's the 3. They're gone. I got 7 Nation Army stuck in my head by the white stripes. Okay, so 94. This is where I want to do this. We can continue using this ability, but we also need to be very careful here. The purpose of me being able to see the sniper is so that I can watch these UMGs. We're going to wait for all 4 of them to pop, and then once they all pop, I'm going to stall them out a bit. We're going to use size level 10. If need be. So I didn't need to in this case. I had good timings on my spamming. My spamming basically gave me good timing there. But size level 10 is normally used here. The ZOMGs, when they pop, they can obviously overload your towers, and then if things start to get far, they have a really good chance of leaking, which is why I prefer to, like, let all of the ZOMGs pop, or at least 3 of them pop, and then use size level 10 to just absorb all the BFBs. Good job, Psy. Alright, well, we gotta name this ISAB. And we're going to name this Sniper Monkey something you should do right now. What's that, you ask? Because I can't think of a name for him aside from Deadshot, which probably should. But you should subscribe. Holy cow, crazy. Alright, 95. This one, even if you used your Psy ability last round like I did, it should still always be up before the DDTs come back around. By Psy ability, I mean level 3. With the glue there, you should be fine. I haven't even used I forgot to use my 4x attack speed. I forgot I was supposed to use my 4x attack speed, yeah. With the glue there, you should be fine, but if you don't place the glue down, they get pretty far. I keep forgetting that I put the glue down first in this testing, because before I was doing Cripple Moab, then glue, and things were a little more sketchy, but then I changed the order up in my testing, and I'm like, glue is better first. And yeah, okay. Anyway, back to it then. 96 is fairly easy. You do not want to use your level 10 Psy ability on round 97. Even 96, if you can, don't use it, because round 98, we are going to be using the ability. 97 is completely stalled out by the Cripple Moab. plus this guy. Don't even need to use the ability on this one. Cripple Moab just solos 97 anyway. Yeah. And there's your proof of reference. Didn't use the ability. And here's the second ZOMG popped. No need for a passive. Cripple Moab OP on 97. So, 98 here. We're going to stall everything out as long as possible, and until either you see balloons getting back down to here, or all of the ZOMGs pop. Then you're going to use your blue Psy ability. I also don't like using my passive on 97, just so that I can have it immediate uptime when 98 starts to come out. So once the BFB start to get about here, I'm going to use size level 3, because it should have multiple impacts now, to help stall things out slightly more. And there we go, everything is popped, we use the ability. And with that, 98 is done. Yeah. If you don't have to use Sonic Scream there, or not Sonic Scream, sorry, you don't have to use Psychic Blast there, they can make it, but they will make it pretty far and look a little scary. I just like to show the most consistent and easy way to go at it. 99, fucking cakewalk. Once the first DDT comes out, use your passive. And there they go. 1, 2, 3. Every single fortified DDT gone. And for 100, just spam the button. You can also get some other things if you want for good DPS. Say, with this, set it to close. You can do this if you want to. That's probably, I would argue, the best bad DPS here. Setting this to close will basically only put the spikes when you use the ability on this lane. But you don't need it because, let me just switch that side over here. While you're here, you can't stun the bad, can you? No, I didn't think so. So yeah, let's use 4. As you can see, it only puts it in that lane, which means that most of them do end up getting used. And with this guy's ability, he shreds everything anyway. Didn't need the spike storm. You were fine anyway. That only got, oh, it still got 5,000 pops, which is pretty good. But yeah, didn't need it. So, for proof of purchase, we're going to back out, and you're going to see the little medal pop up after we, okay. This is 2 videos in a row. 2 videos in a row where you guys have to sit through this. For proof of purchase. And watch the middle screen right here. Bam. Black Metal Baby. Good work. So that leaves us with 4 maps left. Quad, Workshop, Ravine, Dark Dungeons. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day and a damn good night. Peace out.